Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. It's that time. It is Tarot Oracle time with Cindy, my friends. I'm going to take a look at your energy and energy outside of you. I'm also going to look at what connects you to this energy, as well as what is the spiritual challenge that yourself, there's too many cards coming out, that yourself and this other energy are facing at this time. We're going to get right into that. We have a whole whack of decks actually, so I'm going to take a minute here. I'm going to shuffle them out. Oh, well, that's interesting. That's the energy that connects the two of you. What is the spiritual challenge here? So it's interesting though. The bear is looking at the tiger and the tiger is looking at me. Okay, so the tiger is not even looking at the bear. The bear's got the challenge here is faith that the bear is struggling with. The tiger is struggling with divinity. That's very interesting. Gifted voice. We have gifted voice, the whale. Okay. Oh, the underline for the energy oracle deck is pretty... Okay, interesting, because even though it's just like one little card that's come out, this is the energy between you and another person here. And there's some type of hostility here. Somebody's maybe a bit defensive. There could have been harsh words, some type of misunderstanding between you and another person. In this reading, I'm going to just talk about the bear and the tiger. You could be either one of these, just as these energies kind of come out more and more, you might resonate more with one over the other. This starts with self-expression, with the 5th chakra, and woman holding a coin. It could be somebody talking about a business at some point. It's underlined, so it's kind of like past energies, things that have gone under the bridge. Then we have thinking woman, and then we have goddess of the moon. There's an awful lot of energy here. Well, that's also interesting because the 5th chakra is being represented by a masculine energy. It could be a feminine energy that's kind of came into her power at some point here, may have started a business. This person has followed their intuition. They take things very logically, but they also have a very intuitive and spiritual approach. Door to Spirit comes in after the moon. There's a lot of possibilities here. And then we have envy and magician in the mirror. This could be somebody who's possibly envious of another person's self-actualization or something that another person has done. Maybe somebody here does have a gifted voice. It could be someone who sings. They might be very good at public speaking. So I don't know. Okay. As I said, I'm just going to describe the bear and the tiger. You could be on either side of this. Now, the bear energy, it's the energy of this. What's very interesting. The bear is kind of the symbol of the energy of somebody who's waking up, coming out of a slumber. Someone who is maybe even going through sort of the difficult aspects of an awakening process. If you think about a bear coming out of hibernation, right? Like the bear is a little bit low on energetic resources. They need to go out there and find energy and sustenance. They're a little bit groggy. They're taking steps kind of for the first time in a long time. And I'm actually seeing like the bear stepping out. There's still being a little bit of snow. There's being like there's some piles of leaves in areas. Stepping onto a pile, what seems to be or just, you know, a pile of leaves. The first impression, it's that deep. And you step into it and it's much deeper and you kind of trip over the a log or something there. It's almost like stumbling along the way. And because of stumbling along the way and the spiritual challenge that this energy is having right now is faith, it's almost like it doesn't trust the path that it's on, or maybe I woke up too soon, or I don't trust the timing. So this energy, the bear energy, is struggling a little bit with timing and the process of getting their footing, trusting the path that they've been shown to take, or trusting how things are unfolding around them. It's like as soon as he hears me talking, he knows it's camera time. It's Larry time. It's Larry time. You were outside. I heard your cat door flap. You came all the way in from outside. You heard it was tarot time? Mwah. Okay. You go back to doing pussycat things. We're okay in here. Thank you. Thank you for being concerned. Okay. Right? So that's the bear. Now, the interesting thing, though, is that the tiger is kind of the symbol of a person who is awake. So it's this energy, they're awake, they're really tapped into their spirituality, their intuition. There's a sense of patience and balance that comes with this energy. And it's kind of to the symbol of the divine feminine. So, okay, and now with the spiritual challenge that this energy is facing is divinity. It's kind of funny because it's almost like seeing divinity within themselves, or recognizing that they are kind of a walking, breathing embodiment of the divine. The divine works through this person. It's kind of funny, right? Because this is almost someone who's connecting with the divine and maybe not trusting it. The fact that you have this envy too, right? Envy with the Magician of the Mirror, which is really trusting and using your true power in life, which I would say is, it's like, I probably like this energy. I don't know why this energy is struggling with the divinity part, seeing themselves maybe. Okay, both these cards also, there's really strong similarities with both of these energies, but one is a little bit ahead of the path than the other. They both are struggling with the aspect of being human here. That's kind of like the big challenge for both of these energies, in combination of both oracle cards that have come out to represent them. And then we have like gifted voice. So I want to say the tiger could be someone. This is a very interesting scenario. So, because there's hostility here, and the bear is looking at the tiger, right? The bear is looking at the tiger. This is giving me a vibe here of, let's say you go to a Buddhist temple, and there's, I don't even know how it works. Is it like a head monk? Like a head monk or something there. And there's a young person who's come in, and their path has led them to this temple. They don't have a lot of experience in Buddhism, in Buddhist practice. And so the head monk, right, brings them in and maybe puts them in with a new group of other initiatives. They're coming in and they're going to start to learn. It's almost like the words that come out of this little one's mouth, or this inexperienced one's mouth, are powerful. I mean, that's here. That is here. It's here. So somebody, it's almost giving me this vibe that someone has stepped into a situation where they may have less experience than someone who perhaps, I've read all the books, I've done all the study, I know all this, I know all the things. I know all the things. Because there's envy here. And so I want to say the root of the hostility is envy. And it has something to do with someone who is either they're very gifted with how they speak. This is like a part of their power. Or, well, I think that's it. That's definitely in combination, right? This person is very gifted with how they speak. It could be this person could be quite well educated, and maybe they've always got the right word and contact. Everything is just wonderful. So this person is also more able to describe themselves or situations or make people or help people understand them than this bear. But the real vibe that I'm getting, it's almost as if, they could be sitting down and having a meal, sharing a meal in a communal space. And the tiger's got this vibe here because they don't see it. They don't realize it, the way I'm looking at this, that the vine is working through them. So they're sitting there and they may say something very profound about the potatoes plate. It's like, but it stops, everyone stops for a second and they think about it. And they're like, wow, I never thought of it that way before. And that's almost like the bear. There could be even some sort of switch here. Like, right, it's also this vibe where the student could start to become the teacher with that. Like, there's something here where, wait a second. So the faith is the challenge, is what's going on here. There's something very profound. I'm trying to get the right words. It's like someone who's, let's say it's someone who's read the Bible front and back. They've studied the Bible. It could be like a priest or someone, right? I'm even actually seeing, what's that scene? Is it in the movie? Is it Mary Magdalene? I can't remember if that's what the movie's called. But there's a scene where like, Jesus, it's like, who's this guy? Who's this guy talking all this shit? Really? And then, right, well, they weren't priests back then. What the hell were they called back then? The spiritual dudes. Yeah, anyways. So most of them were like, whoa. But there was the one, and I can't remember who he was. I can't remember his name. But he would sneak off. He would go and he would watch. What is Jesus saying today? What's going on over here, right? But like, okay, it has this vibe, but he wasn't really hostile. So I'm thinking it's almost like one of the other energies. Like, it's like that. It's like another energy here that doesn't accept. It's not, no way, no. Who's this guy? What is he doing? He's healing people and he's turning water into wine. Oh, come on. Anyone could do that circus trick. It's like, I don't know. So I want to say, I'm going to kind of feel like I'm probably for you guys, because a lot of you are quite spiritual and you've been through your awakenings. You're probably this. But some of you could be coming here and you're this. And, okay, so even I can even look at this myself. I can even put myself over here. I don't even always want to put myself into what is the best energy in this reading. I'm going to go with that. That makes me feel good about myself. You can't really learn from that. I go to a lot of different, well, not a lot. I don't know. I've been disappointed lately. But there are still some really good like tarot and oracle readers out there and channelers. And wow, I will look at some of the messages that come through from them to me. And I can definitely see at times I'm like, wow, okay, I understand. Like my faith could be questioned in something, but often it's because it's asking me to look at myself. So you know what? Let's not lean so easily into that this is y'all, because it's so easy to accept that we're the ones that have something wise to say and we're challenging somebody else's faith and divinity. I'm sure it does happen. But that's not where we grow. It really honestly isn't. It's just, because then I would almost say that we could actually be this without realizing it. So, okay, so I'm going to continue to just describe these energies. You decide where you want to sit on this. Yeah, your higher self may pick a side, and then your ego may also pick a different side with that. Because there is some sort of challenge to ego that's going on here. I do feel like, though, that this bear is being shown that the tiger has something important to say. And it's almost like, but this is not the path that I thought I was taking. This is not how I thought it was going to go. This is, right? That's all this energy right here, like struggling with waking up here. It could be, again, like somebody who's read the Bible inside and out, upside down and back around again. And I had a very good example of that in my own life, where my grandfather, well, we didn't realize this, but he came from German immigrants, and so he also was part of Canada's 1st Parachute Battalion in the Second World War, right? So there was a really bad stigma with having German heritage. And so he actually hid a lot of things about that heritage and embraced things that were not part of his heritage. But when towards the end, he was really going through a lot of dementia. And if you hadn't seen him for a little while, you'd walk in there, and he was in a nursing home for just the last few months. And he'd be like talking German, like fluid. We had no idea this man could speak German. We had no idea. And we found out, well, one of his other brothers, one of his remaining of 13 siblings, had told, there was only a couple at that point, and now I think they're all gone, that they were forced to read the Bible in German every night, front to back. They read that whole thing. So he read it, but he never believed that he could find God in a church. He just did not. He was a Capricorn, so any of you other that are Capricorns, you're kind of, he's probably the reason I often feel I get that really strong sort of like witches and wizards sort of energy. But, to him, God was in the forest. God was on the lake. God was in the air. God was like all of that. And then my step-grandmother, she was a devout Catholic. And she went to church every day. But it was funny. She really didn't have, maybe she did and I didn't see it the way I would recognize it. So I'm going to say that. A deeper part of spiritualism. Okay. It's right? It's kind of got that vibe. The way I'm describing it is the monk recognizing some sort of divinity in another, but this person doesn't see the divinity in themselves yet. It's almost as if even though I've read all the books and I've done all the studying, this person has an ability. It could even be like, it doesn't have to be about spiritualism. It could be someone who has studied the playing of the piano for decades, and then they could be a piano instructor. And they have a new student come in, and this student is like freaking Beethoven or Mozart. Like, what is going on? And then it's almost, there's something about the student becoming the teacher here, because it's looking and it's like, really? I'm not sure about this. They're going to teach me. They're going to teach me. But, right? And the divine is asking this energy to do that. It's not getting it. It doesn't see it yet, or it doesn't see it in themselves that they're being asked to do that. And maybe because there's hostility, maybe this energy, this tiger senses the hostility. Well, geez, if everybody's against this, then maybe I shouldn't do it. Because there's envy. This hostility is fueled by envy. Somebody here has the power to really transform and change things. They know their power, but do they understand where it comes from, perhaps? And maybe that's where the bear... Okay, I want to look at the hostility energy. Because there's something soft about the bear card. There's a lot of other cards that could have come out that could still, like, even because the faith card is talking about, having an awakening, trusting in the path that you're being shown, even if it doesn't seem to make sense for you at the time, everything is in divine order, right? But it's like the bear kind of stumbling out of the cave and like, what the fuck, man? There's still snow on the ground. This isn't the right time to wake up. No, it's the right time. Get out there. Keep going. And the bear is looking at the tiger, but why does hostility sit between the two of them? Maybe the bear is not hostile. Maybe there's something else. So, I'm now going to go into the Doggy Tarot. Why? What's this hostility? There's defenses are up. It could be backstabbing, hurtful words here. That's funny as I say that. I'm really I wish I could remember who he was in the story. It's like that priest energy who's, right, there was hostility surrounding Jesus. Oh, who is he? He's just like some guy. Look how he's dressed. He doesn't even have freaking shoes, man. He's walking through the woods. He's just walking through the woods, quoting all this shit and doing all these great things. Who is he? We're the ones who've been studying. We're the ones who've been teaching. Who is he to come in? But I don't know, there's something soft. I am picking up this energy, and maybe it's also changing throughout the reading in terms of how it has been or how it's felt. It's almost like the bear comes towards the tiger and doing this in faith, because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't, well, and that's what faith, it doesn't make sense. This tiger is divinity. It's crazy, right? Okay, what's the hostilities on? Actually, no. Who's hostile? Who's hostile? Who's hostile? Oh, someone who does not know. This card, the Seven of Sky. This card came out last week. It came out with the, with that unhealthy ego. Right? Look at this dog. This dog is playing a game with the other dog saying, okay, I put the chicken bone under one of these shells. Boop, 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 boop. I'm going to move them around. If you can guess which shell the chicken bone is under, you get the chicken bone. It's not playing the game fair. Oh, this is interesting. So, okay. The one who's hostile is one who shares resources but does not like to, no, one who said, oh yeah, I can share these resources with you. You know, it's a little bit about chance. You might get lucky, you know, there's no chance there. This is the person who's hostile here. Now, I don't know. I don't even think it's the bear, to be honest, but we'll see. We'll see how this unfolds. Is hiding the resource and making another think that they have access to it. It's playing a game only in their favor. Well, I don't want to say, like, well, this energy, I mean, it is connecting to the divine. And there are perhaps others or another being directed towards this individual to learn, or this is my path. Oh, well, maybe the bear's not so soft. Maybe this is someone who says, no, resources need to be kept. I need to hide. That's my power. Okay, so that's who. It's a son of a bitch. That's the one who's hostile here. What is this all about? Why are they hostile? I mean, I feel it's almost obvious, right? Because when somebody knows their power, maybe this little dog is like, hey, my mind's eyes tell me that chicken's behind your arm there. Can't trick them. Maybe the tiger is one that cannot be tricked or fooled. What is this? Why is there hostility? We know who's hostile. The Three of Fire. Oh my God. Now, okay, so this is tying in too to a point where coming along a path here and there being a very important decision to make. And this dog, this dog is looking towards this group, not this one, this group. Okay, I want to know more about the bear. Okay, because it is the tiger is pulling. It's weird too. I mean, it's almost like because this is almost kind of like, you could even say it's a bit like a magic trick, right? Like it's sleight of hand or whatever. And I mean, true magic is just that. There is no sleight of hand. It's almost like a fake magician being upset when the real magician walks on stage. And the tiger represents that. So a fake magician being upset when a real magician walks up on stage. Okay, let me see the bear. This bear. Oh, get out of town. It's the Queen of Wands, which is very interesting because this was it. It was fire energy. It was Leo and Mars. Is that the ego card that came out with that? I don't know. It's interesting. Oh, they're both. Look at this. This energy is really intense. Like, what the fuck are you? What the fuck are you? Here, looking. Look at this, looking. So it's like the Queen of Wands energy. It's having faith here, having faith trying to find faith? Is that truly the direction? Is it really over there? Weird. Okay, why is the faith? Why is there, what's, you know, okay, now this is interesting because I would describe this as like, well, just not me. It is described in the book as like the divine feminine energy. And so this is coming across as another feminine. So there's something similar. Okay, so so I was getting a lesson that I learned in entomology class. Well, no, maybe it was biology. Anyways, back in college. And your greatest competitor in anything, and it's described this way, like in the animal kingdom, and it also works in the same way in the human kingdom. Your greatest competitor is 9 times out of 10 the individual that you often share the same sex with, often within the same generation or age group to some extent, and often socioeconomic status, like that, like the resources that you have. So this, right, because we are coming, there is 2 feminine energies here. So if there is, I don't know, I would say like maybe some type of rivalry. The faith. Why is this faith difficult to trust this path or believe in this path? The 3 of Earth. Give me a second. I'm just, sorry. I'll share. But there's definitely something going on in here, right? Like you can see there's a dog building on the other side. Building a statue. Oh. The statue that dog is building looks like one of the dogs on the other side here. And the other dog is looking at it going, that's you. It's building a statue of you. I never noticed that before. Do you see that? The detail in that. You see, it's kind of like it's up and howling, and this dog's like, wait, hey, that looks like me. See, this other dog is like, that is you. He's building a statue of you. Of having faith. Some of you, this could be your own good side and bad side as well. Tell me about the tiger. Tell me about the tiger. Oh, that's too many cards. That's too many cards. Well, actually, it's pretty big. Okay. Earth, alpha male. So that's the King of Pentacles. The Sky Puppy. And the Fire alpha male. Well, now all this masculine energy is coming. Tell me about the tiger. It's okay. Now, the fact, though, that the Sky Puppy, this is like the Page of Swords, so it's observing masculine. Oh, this is a deep story. Hang on here, guys. Like, this is getting deep. The tiger, because it's the divine feminine. Not to say that a masculine can't be utilizing that and really in power with it. They can, for sure. Everyone's got their own masculine and feminine energies. Okay, well then, the world, temperance, the moon, the Knight of Cups, and the call. Being called up. Something, there's a conclusion here. And then there's a period of alchemy, waiting in the moonlight, like waiting in the moon. Okay, when I say tell me about the tiger, it looks like there's masculine energies. I don't know. I don't want to take it to like just that level, like, because there's envy here. Like I want to say it could even be jealousy, and it could be centered around a particular feminine energy. Like this other feminine, this could be jealousy towards this. Because, well, tell me about the tiger. I could also say that there's two masculine energies watching the tiger, observing the tiger. And this fire alpha female is jealous. They're paying attention to her. It's just, right, that just kind of got like a little schoolyard energy here. We were way up here, but... Okay. Balance in the moonlight. Heart. The sea guardian is the Knight of Cups into the call. Listening to the call of their heart. Okay, I feel like the tiger is opening up their heart chakra. I mean, that is kind of like the simplified version of that. That tiger is opening up their heart chakra. This is powerful. It's like divine energy works through them. There could even be something going on here where there's some in whatever form it is, whatever the specifics are for you in this, is that there is something switching in terms of where the attention goes and where the leadership is found. And it's going to the tiger. The tiger is still in the process of recognizing their own divinity, or that they, like, kind of divine walks through them, walks with them. There's a lot of major arcana too, right? The world, temperance, the moon, the call, which is judgment. It's almost like finishing the statue. Okay, there's a feminine, yes, because right, they're looking, why, the faith in that statue. Who is that person? Why are they building a statue to them? Why are they... Okay, I want to say too, like, it's art. It's artistic expression. So this could even, this is another way this is coming across. It's almost like somebody's muse. It could be like that, like someone's muse. Like Picasso finally has suddenly has a new model. I don't know where you want to be. Picasso's model, you're going to look end of the day. Yeah, that's what it's like. Because then look there's that statue in the woods and everybody's going to it. It's weird. Yeah, this is so intriguing. Because why the faith that that's the statue, that's what I should be listening to, paying attention to. That's the new muse. Yeah, so very interesting story. Oh, there they come. There's the friends. That was last week. That's the friends with the open heart chakras. Well, that's very nice, right? Wow, that's a very interesting reading. So there is this energy of a fake magician having been on stage. Maybe this magician being, this is all metaphorical, but maybe that the fake magician having been a muse, having been honored and, I don't know, a reason for worship. Isn't that a wonderful magician? And then it's almost like a real magician appears on stage. And suddenly all the attention goes over there. And that's exactly all the, like, everyone's changing their direction. Everyone is going in a different direction. And it does look like there is, like, it's really seen by, it's almost like the new Can girl in the conga line, well, I guess not a conga line. The new Can girl, like, everybody's watching that. It's really interesting. Well, too, and with the fire alpha female, and this is an energy of, like, there is a lot of magic that comes with that, but this is divine feminine. So it's almost as if this other energy is only maybe able to tap into its fire element, its attractiveness, its outward attributes, where this energy taps into all of its attributes. Wow, I'm going to go to the extended for anyone who wants to go over there with me. I think I'm going to see how these energies transform and move forward. Yeah, well, that's what we're going to do. Thank you so much, everybody. Until next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.